great work, great creative endeavors. And we wanted to give you a platform, a motivation, and an incentive to realize your inner potential. Something that most of the times people have promise and potential, but nobody actually inspires them or pushes them or motivates them to actually do things. The fact that you have done it in and by itself is an accomplishment. That you learn things and you use that learning to do things that in a way has changed who you are. You learned,
right?
The teaching, you delivered. Now it is our time I think it is time for Prachi to add her thoughts.
Well, there are no thoughts. I think everyone is waiting for the list of winners. So we can go through them as well as why they were selected. And, because we are based out of America, I'll say everyone is a winner. First and foremost, you all did amazing. So kudos there.
And also it is not about winning the prize. It is about, as I was saying, it is about what you have been able to learn and accomplish. And that is something that will always remain with you. And of course, prizes and monies are good to have, but what you have learned is actually yours.
And about whom you have inspired and whom you have taught and who can then inspire and educate others. And with that, we have started an exponential movement, which is the most powerful of all, educating and inspiring people in science all across the globe. We stayed away really long, you notice, because it was extremely hard. It has been such great work, a lot of work. And because of that, we don't have only one prize, but we have multiple prizes because you really deserve it. Actually, everyone would deserve it, but we made a selection, and Prachi will announce that selection now.
Okay, well, I'll get started. First was the Entrepreneurship Prize. So this is a new category created, technology and entrepreneurship. And it is because we realized some of you are thinking long-term, some of you are thinking bigger picture. So for that, we have two winners. Of course, I think everybody knows the first one, Quantum GPT. So Artem, Jatin done an amazing job, great achievement. I think this can be a real company at some point as well. And as we keep developing it, there are milestones you can meet and take it further. So kudos, Artem. I know you wanted to be an entrepreneur. So this is a really, really great initiative, good combination of different technologies. And again, we want to see milestones and we will announce a kind of cash prize based on that. So let's have a meeting soon. Second is Sumita, using, again, quantum for cataract. I think very important application. Cataract is a very, very, simple disease to treat as long as you diagnose it quickly. So great initiative there as well. And I think this is what we need to put technology to use for, right? To advance people. So again, same entrepreneurship and technology area. You both are the winners. Kudos. Let's make this big. Let's make this bigger and bigger. I think we are just on step one, and we work together to help you mature these ideas. All right. Category 2. Malu, do you want to take this or should I?
I am still diligently typing the winners on Discord, so please go on.
Okay, next are of course our media awards. So people who've used different forms of media very intelligently, very creatively. And this, I think a lot of you may know the winner already. This goes to Feroz Ahmad. Feroz, you've been inspiring, inspirational. You're so competitive. You made everybody pull up their boots as well. So really kudos, I think, getting CEOs and other companies to come and speak to you. And also, I think the quality of scientific accuracy, we really like and appreciate. You've not only learned from our speakers, but you've gone in, done a lot of your research yourself, and then articulated those thoughts very clearly. So that part, we really appreciate it as a team. Of course, our second winner there, or kind of, a second winner there, or runner-up, you would say, are Ishan and the team. Ishan and the team, so Ishan, Samia, you guys have done a really good job as well, not only with posters, videos, the Udemy course as well. I'm very excited to see it. So maybe the Udemy course could be part of entrepreneurship because we need to get it to the finishing line. But you've been very creative across the breadth, and we love it. Ishan, it's also great to hear how ambitious you are, right? You used to be a student, and soon you will overtake even the teachers. And that's what I think Womanium is meant to do, right? For us to go even beyond what and be the best in this field. So great ambitions, we love it all. All right, one special mention was there for Mohammad Wakar. Of course, Mohammad, we loved it. We loved how creative you were as well. I think we want to push you towards more gamification how do you add points and other things. So we'll support you there, but a special mention goes to you. So kudos. Next award. So you can see we didn't stick with like the one award format. We have now so many awards to give. Next one is for education, inspiration, and diversity. And when I say inspiration, I know all of us on day one were inspired from Carolina. So thank you, Carolina. You've been an inspiration with the color, the joy, the enthusiasm, the format. Many people copied your format afterwards. And copying again, imitation is really this form of flattery. So I hope you see it as that people were inspired. They thought it was very good. And again, same with Feroz, we thought there was a lot of good scientific integrity and just very, very high quality of delivery, how you captured reviews as well, what you're doing. And then the diversity part, right? Really focusing on women in Venezuela. Again, going to places where we don't see too many people going in. Because I see other sister organizations of Womanium like QUAE, etc., but they really focus on Colombia or Brazil. I think Venezuela, especially in Latin American world, is a bit hidden. So we hope you will be the shining light there. All right. So good job. And there we have a winner number 2. So our first winner is Carolina. Winner number 2, like I said, a lot of people inspired. Daniel is not on the call, but he's one of the people I showed you his YouTube video. He did a very good job, very thorough as well. His talks are very good. People are also engaging with the content, very scientific. So again, not maybe original because we saw Carolina's first, but very good, very well executed. So he's winner number 2 for this prize. And then lastly, not only is it important to do the right things, but bring it to more people in wherever they are in all the languages. So we know you've done a lot of great work with translations. I'm looking at Maliora because I can see her. I know the French group also did a really great job. Ahmad, you mentioned in Arabic as well. That's really fantastic. I know many of you have worked on these translations. So here we're going to work with QWorld, and QWorld will select winners, one winner, multiple winners, and we will let QWorld be the judge for the translations. And there will be a cash prize here too. But great job, and keep working on that. And then lastly, it's important to work, but people work because they have fun people around them. And for the most fun person here, there's a man with a hat, with a cap, who's always here making funny remarks. So this is to Pablo. Pablo, we really appreciate all the humor and happiness and life you bring to Discord, bring to all our lives in real life too. So thank you. And this is the collaborator and mentor award that goes to the person with the best hat.
Thank you very much.
All right. All right. This is it. I think.
Yeah.
There is
a reason why he wears cap. He told us.
Because he looks cool in his cap.
Because I don't have Muhammad hair, because that's the gap.
He's too honest.
And last but not least, a special mention. So this is not a money award, but a special mention to the clubs that have been started, which is extremely important to get together and take the initiatives further together. I would like to mention 3 clubs in particular. One is QUAE, which Hussein Gokal has started. The second is the Quantum Club in Ghana, which has made great progress the past months, including a big quantum workshop, including many partners like Qbraid, IBM, and others. And the third is the Quantum Club at George Mason University in the US, which has been started in a very enthusiastic way and is now expanding at the university itself and with both faculty and participants. Wonderful job, and we look forward to seeing all these hubs popping up everywhere. Okay, that was the list of awards. And we are extremely proud of everyone's contributions. It has really been amazing. And we will spotlight many more projects than the ones mentioned here on LinkedIn. You will be approached by the team for a short interview or a kind of background profile, and then about your project. And this was actually only phase 1. Would you like to share a bit more about phase 2, Raj?
Yes, indeed. I was trying to tell about the phase one, which was not initially present in our quantum program. But I discussed with Marlo, and as I was saying that there are many of you who have got drive, tenacity, creativity, and also the things that you learn, we actually want you to go and implement and become leaders in your locality, in your colleges, in your university, and in your communities. So the question was how exactly to do that. And I came up with the 4 projects, and the 5th project was the open project. And at that time, I made the offer that whoever does a great work, we will give you a prize money of $900. But you all did such a phenomenal job that we could not fit you in $900. So we actually extended it to $1,500 so that all of you will get your prize money. But we do realize that what you have started, we do not want you to stop because you're doing great work, and great work should always be continued. So this is the first prize, phase 1, where we looked at the work that you have done, the projects that you have done, and the direction that you have taken. And this prize is your first prize, a recognition of the work that you're doing. If you continue to work on that, in a couple of weeks or in a couple of months, we will come back and once again look at the work that you're doing, the progress that you're making, the people that you're reaching, impacting, and inspiring. And we will give you the phase 2 of the evaluation. It will be very similar to this, where we'll come back and look at the progress that you're making. We will evaluate things. So even though you may not have won the prize today, you will have a chance to win it a few months from now. Keep doing the good work, because ultimately that is what we want you to do. And as I said before, it is not about the money. It is about the skills that you learn, the things that you do that teaches and trains other people with knowledge and skills. And like some of you had asked just before the team came, what to do in the emerging world where technical skills and scientific knowledge is extremely valued, but in many places extremely limited, and in some places even restricted. That is where people like you become the shining light that will inspire other young people. And someday there will be, hopefully, hundreds and perhaps thousands of people whose lives would have been changed because of the work that you started today. And we do not want you to stop it. We want you to keep going and doing it. And that is why we will be giving phase 2. And perhaps if you keep on doing great work, phase 3 and phase 4 of the prizes, so that you keep doing great work.
I think this is a continuous journey, right? We don't stop.
Yes, but you have started, you should keep going. And like a famous philosopher, Lao Tzu, said, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Treat this like that first step. You still have 1,000 miles to go. That's a long journey. And you will learn new things, meet new people, inspire new people. And in that process, you will have won not only the fortunes and the minds of many new people, but you would have in turn become a leader, a visionary that other people look up to. And also, once you do that, you will get other recognitions, other prizes, bigger prizes beyond the one that some of you won today. And that is the kind of prizes that we want you to win. And these are all just small seeds to help you, inspire you, motivate you, and keep your momentum going. And that is why we will let you know when the phase 2 evaluation will happen, approximately in about maybe 2 to 3 months' time, or maybe 2 to 4 months' time, depending upon the team's availabilities. But we want you to keep working. So even though you did not perhaps win today, or even if you did win today, you can still win in the subsequent phases. And we will also provide you with additional tools, resources, supports, etc. And for the people who have been selected for the entrepreneurship thing, we will definitely work with you, and we will continue to provide you with some of the necessary directions and guidances so that you can also develop it further and succeed. Because at the end of the day, if you don't succeed, there was no point in doing all this work.
Thanks, Malu, for the summary. Again, a total of $1,500 will be given for this set of prizes through the people I mentioned as well, distributed across the teams, media, education and diversity, and then the collaboration and mentor to Pablo, but really the media and the education teams. Next translation project follow-up will be done by QWorld. and prizes there will be given. And lastly, technology and entrepreneurship. Again, that's a long-term game. And my goal is for you to get private sector, pre-seed funding in the near future. So you've both done great work, and look forward to support there. And then phase 2, this is for everybody. Again, it's an open category. Keep working. Let's meet again. Let's showcase each other our best. Let's pick some winners. But really, let's keep this rolling and make this even a bigger event in a few weeks' time. All right, does everyone clear? This is, okay. And then we let you have fun with Raj. All right. Yeah, Marvin, Mali, great job as well. I thought it was really creative what you did.
Yes, and we can continue with that list now. From 4,000 followers in the Kurdish language on Facebook to, many projects also haven't been shown today. There was another great project from Iran with more than 3,000 followers on Telegram, really active content. Then indeed more YouTube videos. Murshid, I think you are here too. You have many great Medium articles, and really we have been really impressed by the quality and the quantity, the extent of the project. Would love to have everyone join this phase 2 and continue this all together. Also create more collaborations. Maybe you saw other projects presented today, think like, okay, we should team up, or have your content reviewed by others. And this is really a great Womanium community to make that happen together. That brings us to the end of today's Global Quantum Project presentation and award session. Thank you all so much for presenting. This was really highly inspiring. We will edit today's YouTube videos or a recording as well and put it on YouTube so everyone else can see it as well. Really great projects. Share also with us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we'll do mini interviews. We will spotlight you on LinkedIn as well. Go on, Malo. Yeah. And then if you guys want to stay around, tell us what inspired you, how you went, any challenges you faced, share stories. We are here. So you can stick around for some time.
And also, please do share your experience as well as potential ideas that you have. We are always happy to learn about new ideas.
Thank you so much, Womanium team. We are super happy about this, and I want to congratulate all the winners. It's a lot of amazing projects was done here, so a lot of inspiration here. So thank you so much for providing us this experience.
Thank you for joining, Artem. You had been a fun participant and who also did recognize by others for your positive presence. So thanks to you too.
Always had his video on, always ask questions. We loved it. And by the way, there are so many people in Mexico City. I think we need to have a Mexico City event sometime.
Yeah, we should actually have a road trip to Mexico City. And apparently, Tashi, you are missing out the discussions on Discord. Pablo and others are already buying tequila and
yeah,
they're already
this would be great to meet in Mexico City. Yeah, I'm definitely up to it.
I think so. To answer the question, why does Pablo always wear a cap? I do not know whether people outside of America know this. There is something called a beer cap in America, where they wear a cap and there are these cans and there's a straw that comes straight to the mouth, so that you do not have to hold your can in your hand and to drink it, because it is too much effort. And in America, we always try to find the most optimal, innovative solutions to do the most amazing things. So there is something called beer cap, and that is exactly why Pablo wears this cap.
Yeah, to drink beer when I see Messi scoring goals.
But he's not playing right now.
He has done
That's
one goal last week.
Yeah, he just takes the money and parties in Miami. So we would also love to know about some of the experiences of you creating the projects, working on the projects, because you all worked very diligently, but also with different groups of people, with the different audiences, different impacts. So it will be good to know how it was. Either you can share a little bit today, or you can even write about it, like some of you are really good writers. And also any new ideas that you might have, either you can share them today, or you can share it on Discord or any other channels through which you can reach us.
I want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone. It's also because here in Venezuela it's the lunch hour, so probably in a few minutes I will have to go. But thank you to all. Thank you for the Womanium team. It makes me happy because it also makes me think now the more things that I can do with this after for the quantum chamitas. I base myself quantum chamitas in an experience that I had when I was doing undergraduate studies. When I was doing undergraduate study, I have to do a community service, and that is mandatory. Like, there is no choice, you need to do a community service. So I was in the radiotherapy section of an hospital that is for children in the capital, in Caracas. What we used to do was to go to give talks to the people, presentially to the parents of the children. And we used to apply little surveys before the talks and after the talks, no, to evaluate like how effective were our talks, no? That was an experience that I had, well, at this moment, I think it was more than 10 years ago, no? I would say it was one of the most radiant experience because at the end, I was in an ambience that were like children with cancer and sometimes very, very young children with very, very aggressive cancers and people that came from very poor parts of Venezuela. So, but well, it was an experience that I had a long time ago. And when I started Womanium, that I remember that you, Raj, told me something like, you're from Venezuela. We don't have people from Venezuela. That I decided to, well, I could inspire myself based on this, like giving talks and see how people react before and after, no? But well, I choose that instead of supplying surveys to people, which is more annoying to do everything virtual, to do it with little videos. So from that it came the idea of quantum chamitas, and what I hope now is like to continue in presential, like actually going to the schools and see how people react when you are in presential before giving the talk and after. So it's basically that, and again, thank you to all the team.
That is good to know that one of my statements inspired you to do a great project and win the prize. Someday you can actually build a statue for me next to El Libertador. And
Guys, he was already so big, and you guys always keep praising him. So it's not good.
I'm a very humble person. Trust me, people. But,
Exactly.
I was even hired by a former American president, and I taught him humility. I was the one who taught Donald Trump how to be humble and personable. I inspired him too. I'm a very humble person. So, Carolina, do you have any plans of developing the projects further? Because right now you have reached a couple of dozen people, but it seems like what you're doing is very unique for a place like Venezuela, and also I would say some of the other countries in the region, because there are not many big quantum hubs or opportunities in whether it is the neighboring countries, Colombia or Guyana or even that part of Brazil.
Suriname, yeah.
Well, right now, and I already have contacted these people that are the ones that I put in the last part of the slide. There is a high school couple of high schools that's going to start this week. So I pretend to go and do this presentially. And there is a foundation that is called the Guacamaya Foundation that works, let's say, with children with more special needs, let's say, to certain things here in where I live in the city that is Maracay. So those are the things that I intend in the next week, let's say like the next 2 weeks, no? Because still for the public schools where I live, I have to wait a bit till October because I don't know why, because usually in Venezuela we start in September everything, but public school, public high school, they're gonna start in the next month. But at least I can work right now with the particular ones, no, like the private ones that are around. So that is an starting, and of course I also want to do some talks, let's say a bit more. I won't say less divulgative, but maybe giving more concepts to university students, like people that are studying physics in the university, no, and those are more in the capital. Then those one, I think I haven't yet contacted people, but those should be starting very soon also, after the vacation period.
That's good to know. There are some other participants who are also doing things in their own countries. Perhaps at some point you should connect with them and learn from their experiences. There are students trying to do programs in places like Italy, in India, Egypt, etc. And your experience will definitely be beneficial and inspiring to them. And their experiences will be valuable to you as well. And currently there is a young student from Italy. She is trying to teach high school students in Italy basics or intro to quantum computing. And we are providing her with quantum computing credits from QUAE so that all her students have access to quantum platform when she's teaching them. So we will try to do what we can to help you, as I said, succeed.
Artem, I know with you also need AWS credits, so let's talk.
For who?
Yeah, for Artem, I think he needs, and then Mohammed also needed some credits, right, to host the site. So.
Any other thoughts, questions, ideas, interesting challenges that you faced and that you overcame?
I would like to
Hi,
comment.
Raj.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Also, shout outs
Shad.
to each other.
Yes, Jatin, you are speaking.
Yeah, hello, Raj. Well, I wanted to share my experience that I joined in late in the Womanium Quantum Scholar program, and I think I've missed on most of the modules, so I'm still completing them. Well, I know I won't be eligible for the certificate, but I mean, completing this global quantum project was quite an interesting thing for me, working along with Artyom. I mean, it's my first experience, and I think I'm at my early stage of growing in the world of quantum, and I mean, it was quite an interesting field, and I would want to make a career in this. So yeah.
Why make a career when you can be the leader who creates careers for hundreds of other people?
Exactly. I mean, to the point of IBM now stopping services in a lot of countries. Look, I don't know if you know the story of Lamborghini, Mr. Lamborghini. I think he was at the time in Ferrari, right? And he said, well, why don't we make some changes? Because he was already head of designer there. And they said, no. What did he do? He went and, huh?
So Lamborghini was a tractor company and Ferrari was a race car company. And Mr. Lamborghini, I think Ferruccio Lamborghini, I think that's his name. He had some ideas for how to improve Ferrari, and he went to Ferrari, and Enzo Ferrari laughed at him. So he went and created his own car. And today, all cool people like Prachi buy only Lamborghinis, not Ferraris.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think these kind of political wars, it seems, are only going to increase. So it's about high time we create redundancies and create our own ecosystem that can stand and withstand political pressures.
From a political perspective, geopolitical perspective, that may not be possible, but that should not deter you from trying to do it.